say they know what it is and what it ain't. It's feedback stream 91, I believe. We're going in for the win, plain and simple. We're going to review some music, listen to how it's mixed, how it's made, sound design, overall creativity, and see what's good. We have about 14 submissions here. If you want to submit your song, go to hashtag live WIP feedback in my Discord. The Discord link is in the description. So you can join, start submitting songs. Up first is Earthwalker. Let's go ahead and look at this cover art here. Usually has some of the best cover art I've seen since, see, that's what I'm talking about. We got you, little guy, 125 BPM, F minor. Shout out Earthwalker.
Hey Brian, am I good? Hey Brian, am I a good little... Am I a good little guy?
Come on, Brian. I'm Stewie. Oh, that's why it's called Little Guy. Spicy. Very nice. Very cool. Honestly, that was fun. Fun journey. I love house music and every single type of house. This is sick. We do have some weird mixing things going on here. Like the basses sound pretty quiet. The sub bass is so dominant, and it's like that has the spotlight, it's like the front and center main guy, which feels a little bit odd. You want the bass line to really support what's going on in the mid and the high frequencies compared to just take over. The mix sounds like that. Also, when we hit the drop, that long downbeat horn thing, bass. That sustain makes it really loud, and the dynamics feel a bit off If it was more simple, it would sound heavier. When we're here, it's like loud already. So when it gets quieter, it sounds new and fresh compared to it getting loud again.
Hey, Brian. Am I good?
So it's like almost too much going on this downbeat. But once it transitions to this, where it's more minimal and simple, sounds better. Then we start to have nice, cool dynamics. That's dope. One thing that it can be improved a lot is the overall flow and groove. This bass line is essentially non-stop. If we listen to it, boom, 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 boom. So that's just repeating over and over. Yeah, it doesn't really stop. So within the 4-bar loop that you're making, there should be some type of silence, like boom, 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 like some sort of silence, so that we can add more bounce, add more groove and flow in the bass line, which is one of the most important things. I'm sure you know that. You put it front and center. But yeah, I think that's about it. This is awesome. This is fun. Very good. The Stewie samples are just prime. It's a delicacy to me. Oh, those Family Guy samples. Good shit. Earthwalker coming in for the win. You love to see it. 125 BPM up next. Give me a VTEC. Hold on. 13.5. Let's go ahead and put them up here. Let's get it done.
Distant, my mind gon' play. But even if the lonely nights stay here and keep me awake, I can't move right now. Is it too much to say that you're the one for me, the one I wanna stay? We're broken souls. We pretend that everything is alright. We can't let go. We thought we'd cross the line. You could be the one, I could be the one. We could be together if we really tried. But it's given me a feeling I've always wanted for. Hours fade away, but even in the silence I find words I can't convey. I dream of us, though I'm stuck in place. As long as you are here to chase the darkness away. We're broken souls. We pretend that everything is alright. Together if we really try. But it's given me a feeling I've always wanted for.
Okay, solid. Wow, those vocals sounded very, very nice, very professional, very clean. I'm very curious on where you got them. If you recorded them yourself and got them yourself, that would be amazing. Or if you got them in a sample pack, you found a really insane sample pack. It's cool. We have lots of vibes here. We have some melodic, future bass, hybrid dubstep feels. It's cool. Really nice. One of these melodic fills feels off though. We're going to check into that. And the dubstep drop at the end has the flow is really off. The energy is really low. You definitely need to work on the call and response. Within a 4-bar phrase, call, response, fill. Watch my latest or my video on call and response, the latest video on call and response that I made. And it's going to help you a lot because you can get into a flow, get energy super high, keep people dancing, keep the energy high. Right now, the basses are kind of just playing and there's not really a conversation going on between two basses. So there's not enough change, not enough surprising elements happening. It's decent though. This first drop sounds much better than the second drop. These vocals are awesome. There's a lot of good vibes in here. A lot of people in the bass music scene don't like stuff like this. So blending it with heaviness is sometimes difficult, you know? But if you can figure out a way to do it, you know, that's the magic. Right here, you're doing it pretty well in this drop. The whole transition to the drop, it felt really nice, it felt clean. But there is like a fill here that we're going to check. It sounded off. It was a ascending dun dun dun. But the more that I listen to it, the more it sounds fine. I love that descending one. On Vocalify, you got the samples. That's cool. These sound amazing. Vocalify. I need to look into Vocalify. That's just so fire. Okay, cool. And then someone asked how to submit. Go to the Discord in the description. And this right here, this section, #live feedback, is where you'll submit your songs. Your submission will be for next week's stream. I only let in about like 15 per stream. Let's see here next. Yeah, the overall like mixability, like if a DJ got this song and he tried to mix it in, he'd have to wait a very long time before we can actually mix in the song. If you add drums or anything to, you know, to provide a rhythmic foundation to the beginning, like a hi-hat or shaker loops, any drums will help Rekordbox get everything in the grid, help DJs transition certain sections of the song so people can hear the sections that you love if you love all the vocal sections. And I think that's about it. This is pretty good, man. I really love the vocals provide a lot of emotion. So this is like something that's very repeatable and people would really connect to, and, you know, festival vibes. It's always really good. So good shit. That's it done. Love to see if we talk. Hold on, 13.5. Taz is up next with HFU. What does that stand for? High frequency underwear? Or maybe hello, fun umbrella? The world may never know. Maybe if you're here, you can let us know this acronym. Let's run it. Shout out all people who make music and speak languages.
Was at this moment that he knew.
Oh.
He fucked up. He fucked up, dog.
He knew he fucked up.
Was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up, dog. At this moment that he knew. He fucked up, dog.
Okay. We now know what HFU stands for. He done fucked up. Very nice, very good, very cool. So this is some rhythm function time, already. If you saw me turning it down during it, it's because it's a little bit too loud. We're getting to -2 LUFS, and we're just playing regular rhythm, so we don't really have to be extremely loud like tear out or some crazy insane sound. So we need to go down from -2, get around -4, maybe -3, but it's really loud, so it's hard to listen to. Actually, you have to turn it down a lot for it not to be like abrasive on the ears. There's a lot of harsh frequencies that are being turned up a lot and they're not being treated. There's a magic plugin called Soothe that everyone's using. You should definitely use it too. You just throw it on and it automatically reduces harsh frequencies and problem frequencies. It's amazing. Use Soothe. Then you have to work on flow, because right now we're just repeating the same bass over and over again. The sound design is nice. We have sick sound designs, sick idea, great vocals, but the execution and the arrangement of your basses is not getting us any energy. Like, it's not making us dance. It's just repeating over and over again. It's actually getting quite boring after a while, and we're losing energy after a while. Energy's decreasing rather than increasing over time. If you, within a 4-bar phrase, if you have some type of call, response, fill, you're going to, so this is 4 bars right here. The call is going to be like a longer sustained bass, for example. Right now we just have the bass and a vocal. It's just not enough. Plus, we need to make it flow with the snare. That snare, or the clap, we should say, is where all the energy begins. So your call would happen before the snare, then the response, and then the last snare of the 4 bars is where the fill happens. That's how you can keep the energy increasing and keep things interesting. We have to keep the audience engaged. That's the whole point. This works. Obviously, this is fine, but you can really take it up to the next level and increase energy levels a lot and just get people to, replay the song over and over and over again because it's just amazing and insane, and things keep changing, things keep happening, things stay fresh. Let me know if you have any questions on any of that. Good job on that, though. Very nice. Up next is Guillotine by Kane. This one was made before you gave feedback on my other song, Bone Pit. I'm wondering if you had the same things to say about it in your next stream. Loudness, harshness, and energy fall off. We'll see. Let's check it. Okay. Sick tag. Introducing to 99.9's Arena.
I'm bringing heavyweight.
Nicely done. Let them know. Too super loud though, bro. We had 0 lefts up in that motherfucker. You better chill out, my boy. We got ears and they're fragile. My ear done bust.
I'm bringing heavyweight. I'll make you bring
God damn. God damn, my boy. That was fun. That was heavy as fuck. It sounds busted, but some say they like the bust. That gritty, overcompressed, distorted sound with the sub bass just sounded blown out. It's one of my favorite things. We need to check. I mean, obviously this is way too fucking loud, right? It's irresponsibly loud, right? You can't just it's so loud that it can really damage our hearing, like seriously. -3 lufs is so loud that it can damage our hearing, let alone 0 is so insane. For reference, Joe Rogan's voice on his podcast is -15 lufs. So our intros should be like -12 lufs, right? Then we slowly creep up to a loud level. House music's like -8, -6 lufs. Dubstep's like -6 to -3 LUFS, depending on your genre. If you're the wubby, dynamic, wavy flow, freeform bass, you know what I mean? -6 LUFS. That's a fun, easy, perfect loudness level. It's very loud. It's perfect level. -3 LUFS with that super heavy, extreme tear out, lost lands, constant headbanging shit. -3 LUFS. If you start referencing a lot of the best pros tracks, you'll see they've almost like set their own limit at -3 LUFS. That's all I'm using. That's all I'm getting the information from. Like, I'm just seeing what the pros are doing. You know, we got to push it as loud as possible without it getting distorted. And we also have to remember, when we get it really loud, harsh frequencies will pull up. So we have to treat all these harsh frequencies. -3 LUFS will sound different on different mixes. Sometimes when I listen to -3 LUFS, I can turn it up all the way and bump that shit because my ears aren't bursting and bleeding. But other songs, I put it on -3 LUFS and it's just super abrasive and it's harsh. So I have to turn it down a lot just to preserve my hearing. Now it all comes down to the EQ, reducing harsh frequencies, learn about the Fletcher-Munson curve, how our ears preserve frequencies at different loudness levels. So what's going on? These high frequencies, we perceive them as louder. So we have to treat them differently than the low frequencies. It's all crazy. But if you're aware of it, it's easy to EQ around it. Get soothes though. Just adding soothe is like a magic trick. It's amazing. And then turn your groups down, individual tracks down. You get one of these LUF meters. This is the Swiss Army meter, or you can get the Ulean meter for free. Measure your LUFS on everything. Dynamics is extremely important. Dynamics is the difference between quiet to loud. That whole concept of something being loud and then getting quiet and then back to loud. That's dynamics compared to it just being a straight line of sound. That's no dynamics. Oh yeah. Clip that shit. Esco asked, do we submit on Discord? Yes. In the hashtag live WIP feedback section. Esco also said, get Boba for Max for Live, a free soothe. Dude, that is what I love to hear today. That's the community at work, my boys. Boba, Max for Live device. Look that thing up right now. Okay. It's sitting at 0. I need to turn it down, Michelangelo said. The second drop isn't done. It's a placeholder for now. It's super repetitive. Got it. Okay. I think we're good. Is it a matter of turning down master down or the buses? Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, buses, individual tracks, and EQ, all of that in tandem. You'll also be like you have to be aware of what are the loudest songs in the mix and have those as priority to turn down first. Things like that. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Up next, we got Lazy with Drop Beat. I think he needed to resubmit this. And he didn't. So we're going to move on to Goat Dubs. True Trench Times. Goat Dubs edit. Simplicity. shit's fire. Goat Dubs is a perfect example of someone who's at -3 loves, but I could turn them up a lot and it's just like, and listen to it at full intensity, at full volume. The hard thing to do to get your mix sounding like that, and this is sounding really nice. The first drop for sure did not have even close to the same energy as the second drop. It almost felt like a whole different song, honestly. I would look into that. Study the transition, how the energy is built. The dynamics of this is really the main thing. So, like, let's find it. So, like that, dun, 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 there we go. Quiet is just so intense, so impactful. Straight to fake out. We're like getting quiet to loud. Goat Dubs. Perfect Goat Dubs tag as the pre-drop. Goat Dubs. Perfect call. Followed by a perfect response with a melodic riff on top of it. It's just glorious. I really love music, man, and hearing stuff like this just gets me in there. I would play this shit out all day. Sick as fuck. Good job. Good job. It's sad though. Like this, to me, I mean, we can't really put this on Spotify unless you get it approved by both of them. So if you can't get on Spotify, I really would look into making more originals, making all your songs original. People need to listen to this shit on Spotify and Apple. You're at the point where you're making iconic songs. You're gathering these frequencies in a magical way, and the world should hear it. So try to make as many originals as possible, spread it to the masses, and start planting these frequency seeds around the world because it's going to be insane. There's some heavy shit, my boy. Goat Dubs coming in with a big banger. Very nice. Up next, we got Lazy. He took more than 5 seconds, so we skipped his ass. We're back to him. Drop beat. He has an eyeball. Let's get it done. Magical. Lazy on the beat, dropping all the heat. What? Lazy on the beat, eyeballs in the street. What? Lazy got all the heat. Lazy got on the drop beat. Shout out to 99.9 The Vibe. Let's go, Lazy. Drop. I didn't check how loud this was. Quick check. It's perfect loudness. This is mixed very well. It sounds very clean and loud. Impressively balanced. I like it. And you have a lot of flow in here. it stays fairly interesting for a while. It only starts to get repetitive on these last couple phrases towards the end. You want to start changing up more of the tone, adding more different dynamic switches. Just try to do as much interesting things as you can to keep the audience engaged. This intro, though, is a problem. Super empty. Very slow. Remember, dude, you're making music in halftime. So we're dancing in 70 beats per minute here if you're making it in 140. We don't have anything to make us move, the regular 140 speed. So we're moving halftime. We don't need to be dancing in 70 beats per minute for this long. Maybe we'll do a crazy transition in the middle of our song that's 70 beats per minute so we can go back and forth between fast and slow, like how hard rock does and metal. But this long is about a minute long. So it's very long, very slow. We need to speed it up. We need to add a lead, like a vocal or a synth lead, or we need to add more groove and flow to speed up the energy. Things like that will help. Drop is decent, though. It sounded a lot better than that intro. The vocals are sick. And then, like someone said in the track, that kick is very small. You have a very tiny kick. We need to be post-processing these drums. Drum bus, this audio effect, saturator, glue compressor, multiband dynamics, and layering will get your drums big, loud, and clean. And then use EQ to just carve and clean frequencies all throughout your signal flow. I think this is fairly decent, very good of you. You're improving a lot every single track, man, and I'd love to see it. Good fucking job. What we shit on the come up, indeed, Flipper. Indeed. It really is. I'm about to go to Shambhala for the first time this year. It's going to change my life. I know it. I know it. Lost Lands changed my life all the time. I love all this heavy shit. I'm going to be making so much heavy shit, but the heavy shit is like the demonic, evil, release your demons type of music. And, I'm not always in that state. So I need to be making some more spiritual wubs, more like nature, vibe, DNA, infinity, link type shit, because connecting with the universe is fire. But you need balance. So I'm going to do both. And then fucking later on in life, we're going to make house music and techno, because that's how we get it done. Up next in line, we have Nevrozat with Massacre VIP 2. We don't got one today. We got number 2. Let's go. Tuned in to 99.9. Nevrozat. Next. Hold up. Nevrozat. Yes, I think I got it right. Massacre VIP number 2. Okay, this is, needing a lot of work. There's not a lot of sub frequencies in this. If you recall, we are making bass music. Sub bass is the key ingredient. It's part of the stew. It's a huge part of the stew. Sounds like there's no sub bass. We have like some mid lows. We're going to see if we can even measure this. Might be able to measure this real quick. Okay. So Swiss Army meter on the sub bass. When I say there's no sub bass, I mean like I can barely feel it or I can barely hear it. It's technically barely not there because it's not audible, right? Most importantly, we can't feel it because sub bass is something we feel, not just hear. When we low pass it and let only the subs go through, we're measuring about -19 LUFS. This is extremely quiet for this sub. Plus the way it's like squished in with the bass, it doesn't have space to breathe and it's not really clean or a clear sine wave. It being a clean sine wave is what's really important to make it activate the subwoofer and for it to be super powerful. And then you add saturator to introduce those perfect even harmonic frequencies on top of that one frequency sine wave, like 20 hertz, for example. Then the flow, let's check out the flow. We just go straight into this one bass. We only have one star of the show right now. We don't have a conversation happening between two basses. It's just one bass talking. So after this 4-bar phrase, it gets very repetitive. We can predict what's going to happen next, and the energy is just decreasing. It's not really interesting. There's not a lot of energy at all, not much to dance to. Within these 4-bar phrases, there should be a call, response, fill. Within 4-bar phrase, this would be your 4 bars. Right now, we're kind of just changing it at the halfway point. So every 2 bars, we have like a little change going on. It's just not enough movement, not enough energy. Watch the call and response video that I mention a lot, guys. Watch the call and response video, and then you'll be able to see how to make high energy flow quickly, and you'll get into a routine that will transfer and translate to all your next tracks. And then you'll be having a really fun time. Intro is also very long. You got to add some energy, add some drums, add a lead, like a synth lead or a vocal to add energy to. Monster's up next, I believe. Yes, detestable monster clip. We got a little clippy. Let me make sure it's not warped. It was warped. Let's go. This was pretty heavy. Since it's only 40 seconds, we'll run it back. What a one time. Yo, Dio, what are you talking about, fool? What the fuck are you bringing up ripping music for? Say something. The luffness on this is very loud. We're at -1 luff. It's way too loud. I had to turn it down on this dB to actually like listen to it. If I don't do that, then I can't turn it up all the way, which is a problem. check your lefts, get your Swiss Army meter or your Ulean meter so that we can measure what's going on. You broke dog? Do I gotta donate to stay in the stream? Oh my god. What the hell? This guy is so weird. What the fuck? Hold on, let me block this dude real quick. All right, cool. So it's sounding a little busted. If we zoom out, you can see it turns into like a straight line, which means that we're getting to the brick level, you know? If it's a straight line and there's no dynamics, it's going to be hard for there to be a lot of energy. So over time, we get used to just the super loudness. If there's breaks in silence, like right here is the closest we get to on this fill section. It gets a little quieter, but the bass is still going. If there was like a silence, maybe just a vocal or just a drum fill, it'd be super loud and then goes back to quiet. And then boom, we get hit back with loudness again. And then it becomes intense. You know, it adds impact energy. And if we do this multiple times in the drop, then we have a lot of like surprise that's happening, which will be really nice. Let's double check the mixing too. Like the sub sounds cool, but it almost sounds too busted. It's almost losing its power because of how much it's being like distorted or saturated. You got to look into like how intense and how loud this sub is. We're going to do the same thing. EQ8, only listen to the lows. And then add the Swiss Army meter. Okay. So I'm going to put it back on 0, which it shouldn't even be at, right? We're going to have to turn down the mix so we can get around -3 LUFS and then relook at the sub to make sure we pump that back up as well. If it's quiet, we're checking right now. Yes, it's a little quiet. For something that's basically clipping and super loud, your sub needs to be louder than a -11 LUFS. Really, the sweet spot that I've been seeing lately is -8 LUFS for that sub. So I would get that. Remember, we're going to turn the whole track down. So the sub's going to turn down with it. It'll be quieter than this, but then we turn the sub back up to get to -8 LUFS. You could do track volume, or you could just add a saturator and just look into, you know, the sub being maximum intensity. Nicely done. That is Monster by Detestable. Some heavy shit. You love to see it. Next up, rose-covered gas mask. We lost touch. Well, Drip Fam, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I suck ass and I'm not getting anywhere. And now I work 11 to 11, 5 days a week. So now my weekends are extremely precious. I tried to bring my laptop and some of my gear to jam in my car during lunch, but it's like -7 degrees. So I'm going to wait until it's a little nicer to try to do that again. Anyway, mad blessings, Drip and Drip Fam. Dude, I'm feeling it. I feel you, dude. That's the life I used to live. Going to shitty call centers and working these shitty jobs and just trying to like, I'm like a beggar begging for Ableton Live. No time in the day, no energy after work to even produce. It used to suck. And I would dream like, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel. I just want to make music every day. And then it got to the point where I just started making videos, you know, and everything just started to bloom from there. Literally. It's amazing what has happened. But once you have the time to make music every day, it's such a blessing, and you're thankful every single day. So keep it on your mind and you can manifest it. I swear you can. There's so many different ways to get out of that slave job that you're in where you're working 8 hours for no money. It's insane. Working check to check sucks. but there's a way out, I promise. Just keep on going, keep on making art that people love, and keep on providing value in any way possible. Rose covered gas mask up next. We Lost Touch. Run it. Interesting. We Lost Touch. Maybe an emotional song. It's hard to tell. The emotions are kind of all over the place in this song. One of the main themes of this is like it's running on. You know, it doesn't seem structured where there's like it's almost like the feedback I should be giving you is less is more. You know, there's a lot going on here, almost too much happening. There's some phrases that sound congested, where there's a lot of elements playing at the same time, and they're competing for the spotlight. They're competing for the main space, and then it just gets like overfilled. Like this section feels a bit congested. many rhythms playing at the same time, many different elements. We need to be simple here. We need to add just enough to make it full. If we add too much, it starts to get competitive in the frequency spectrum and things just don't have a fun time. They have a bad time. They're not having a good time. Now we need to check if something's off time. It's important to be on time. Staying with the rhythm, staying with the beat's important. It sounds like the bass line is like doing something and the vocals may be off time with it. I don't remember. We're going to check and see what's going on in these first couple phrases. Sounding actually decent with the time. I think we're good. Please make sure that you're in key or you're in scale. It's hard for me to tell if you're in key or in scale. For example, F minor is one scale. Everything in your project should be tuned and it should be in F minor. F is your home note. It's your root note. So that should be the starting point of all your phrases. You take a journey, you end back home on F. These general concepts need to be applied a lot. And then 4-bar phrases. We were talking about having the structure being out of control. If you just condense things to 4-bar phrases, call, response, fill within 4 bars, you can start to understand how things can be structured. Then you can make 8-bar phrases, 16-bar phrases, and so forth. And start organizing the timing of everything in the structure. Most importantly, we need dynamics. In this section, for example, we don't take a break at all from these frequencies. And it's a problem. If we were to take a break at one of these snares, so I'll show you which one. This snare right here that's about to hit. If everything goes silent and only the snare hits, we would go from loud earlier to the quiet with the snare and then back to loud. Then we're adding bounce, we're adding groove, and we're adding a lot more movement. Right now, there's not a lot of movement. There's not a lot of bounce or groove, which is impacting the overall danceability for the track. Now, I mean, the dynamics concept needs to be applied in your drop too, not just the intro. So find sections. When you do the call, response, fill, those fills are literally there for the dynamic switch, the dynamic shift. So yeah, we'll be using that. Watch the call and response video that I've made and make sure that you're in scale. Make sure that you focus on energy, flow, and groove. That was a really good song. Probably one of the best I've heard from you. So good job. Rose is coming in. Nicely done. Up next, got DJ Sex Squatch. He said, kicking some synthwave out. How is the arrangement? With it being a longer song, does it still flow cohesively from one part to the next? How are the melodical ideas? Could we make the chord progression more or less complex now? The song was thrown together in about 4 hours last night, so makes us devastated in a draft stage. Oh, run it. All right. I feel you, bro. Let's go and check it out. Sex Squatch. Wait, hold on. Is it kickback? Yeah. Kickback. Hold up. Sex Squatch just said he's in an ad right now. So we're going to give a respectful wait until he comes back. Let me know, Sex Squatch, when you're back. Pretty. Rosa said, definitely need some lessons, Drip, super soon, broski. I got you, man. Just let me know. Hit me up. DM me Instagram, Discord. Ask me any questions you have too. Esco said, snare needs some reverb for width. That is always a very good suggestion. Okay. Poor Sex Squatch has hit the ad. He's probably watching some ad about some vocal AI thing. We're good to go. Sex Squatch is back. Run it. You're tuned in to 99.9.
I'ma kick back when you fake like that. Head out of the game, I don't play that fat. Once you let me go, no, you never come back. I'ma be the best that you never had.
Yeah. Hey.
I'ma kick back when you fake like that. I don't play that. Would you let me go? No, you never come back. I'ma be that that you never had. I'm a killer. Hey, baby. I'm a killer. Like, baby.
Kick back when I roll in that Cadillac. I got my shades on matte black because I just want to kick back. She asked me all for a Kit Kat. I said no, Jack. I want a new Mac, all matte black. Hold up. Interesting. This kind of reminded me of some old school electronic that I used to listen to, you know, like Justice or just old EDM, old electronic that would be doing this. It almost sounds like it's empty and like this is an instrumental where a vocalist needs to be on it. Right now it's very quiet, like turned down. You can visually see that something's going on with the volume. Unless it's negative 16 LUFS. There's a lot of volume issues going on. So check your master, check everything. Make sure that you're at a regular volume here. We need to be having everything at 0. Use compression, use EQ so that you can start mixing and mastering. And we have some sounds that are super sick, reminding me of like Daft Punk. It sounded like you almost played that, you know, because I've heard one thing sound like you look like you almost stopped a little too early or late, sounded like a human mistake. I don't know. I'm asking you. Sounds sick. The first drop, it's not transitioning and blending perfectly with the beginning of the song. Like, probably this drop right here should be the first drop, and then this drop should be the second drop. And I think that would make a lot more sense and work when you take a step back and look at the full composition. This lead here, very loud, it's very dry as well. So turn that down, put a little reverb on it, some delay. And then on these last sections, this is where it feels like there should be just a singing vocal. You know, just like a singer harmonizing with these ARPs, these ARP spurts. Use a MIDI board, right on. Hell yeah, man. Sounds sick. That's how Daft Punk and them used to do it. It's really difficult to do it like that, you know? So just keep practicing your playing. You don't want someone like me to be able to tell that you like stop too early or too late. It needs to sound almost robotic, you know, like just perfectly where you're just lost in the sound. So any ear can get lost, you know? There's a lot of singers out here, a lot of instrumentalists. Day by day, it's getting easier and easier to make music. So everyone's ears are getting trained. Oh, it's crazy. Overall, this is cool. Very nice. Very cool. Make sure that your volume discrepancies are fixed as soon as possible. This song should be about -8 LUFS, max volume. Anything else like intro should be around -12 LUFS. And then you'll just gradually work up from -12 to -8 in the buildup and stuff. But yeah. I meant to stop the note too early. Haha. Yeah. Cool. It sounds almost too early or something. I don't know. We'd have to look into it. Usually in my lessons, we'll dive deep. I'll dive deep with my students and we'll look at exactly the timing and see what other options would sound cool and just like see what's available. Maybe add reverb or delay tails to fill up that empty space of silence to make it blend or transition better. There's lots of things that you could do to work around. It's like almost like an abrupt stop or something that felt a little unnatural. That's what I'm hearing. So otherwise, this is nice, very cool, very good. Good job, DJ Squatch. Roses said, sounding great tonight, Drip fam. Hell yeah, dude. Indeed. Indeed. Up next. Let me double check. I went over. Could we make the chords progression more or less complex? No, the chords were good. I was going to talk about them, but I actually like them. That was the arrangement with being a longer song. Then songs again. Okay, cool. Easy up next. Espen. Welcome 2.0. We don't have one, we have two. Let's go.
Hello. For the next 3 minutes, expect to be bombarded by the following sounds. You are now locked in.
Whoa.
Welcome to the U-Spin experience.
Boy, no, you did not.
Take a breath.
Oh my God. Not said this more than agreeable. Wow, that was an adventure. What a piece of art. How long was that? 3 minutes of straight goodies. Bro, like the intro, it just reminds me so much of old UKF days where we're just vibing and loving life. And we hear fucking Knife Party come out with that intro. We hear Excision come out with that intro. You know, we're just having the best times of our lives. It really brings you back to that. It's really, really creative. And I really wish more people would try stuff like this. It's interactive, right? Super cool. The first beginning, though, is like slow. Most of the dancing that we're doing here is in halftime. And I just imagine people at the festival and they're just like slowly dancing in the halftime. I see people do it sometimes, and it's funny because the audience doesn't even know what's happening. They're just dancing in slow motion half the time. All right, so let's check on what I'm talking about. So like in this tear out gun section, we have sounds that are hitting on every beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can dance to the 1, 2, 3, 4. Like here. High energy, full BPM, very fun. Let's compare it to this. We're in triplets, it feels like. So we don't have that 1, 2, 3, 4. We only got the 1, 2. So I'm dancing like this when I should be dancing like this. It's a whole different energy. Now, the sound design is really sick. The flow is really sick. So you're getting away with a lot here. But if you want to level this up, the majority of this should be in full-time dance. Then you can slow us down to halftime dance, go back to full-time. This is exactly what Murata does. And that's why he's, at these festivals, controlling energy. That's exactly what you can be doing very soon. These transitions, all the different sections and variations, the different changes in the drop is awesome. All these transitions are sick. The mixing sounds good. So yeah, I would just work on, energy levels. Triplets are amazing, but sometimes they can slow us down. The main bass lead here needs to be louder. It's so sick, but it's like quiet. The scratchy one. Yeah, that's about it. Good job, Espen, coming in for the win. Nicely done. Next in line, we have Egical, Sema. I don't know how to pronounce anything with you, boy. I apologize. Jesus Christ, let's run it.
Ghost. I get the money, go ghost. I get the money, go ghost. I do the most. Ghost. I get the money, go ghost. My phone be jumping off. Before we jumping on cash. Before we jumping on. Before we jumping on.
Runemo, thank you, man. Jekyll, going in for the win. Man, that ending sounded sick. I'm just imagining myself at Lost Lands in the WIP zone. Things are getting wookie. And then someone plays this. With something like this, man, you're making me leave my body almost. I'm having a conscious experience, and it's very amazing. Compared to this is like, it has to be like 1/4 the amount of energy. It feels very almost expired as well. I mean, we used to have a genre called Complextro, like before Skrillex, and it died fairly quickly. And the reason, because it just doesn't sound that interesting. The sounds are changing so fast. It almost sounds like you're just playing preset after preset. There's no cohesiveness. It doesn't sound like they live in the same family. So it just sounds a bit unnatural. It doesn't feel like one body of work. It just feels like multiple sounds coming at you at different times. It's not really the best thing to listen to. These vocals do a lot of heavy lifting here. And remember too, like the bass line in the back, it's going to do a lot for our groove and our rhythm. And the sub bass line is pretty basic. It's like just sustained the whole time. There's no silence, no breaks, no groove with the bass line, which we need. Over here, it sounds like you're about to drop it. And then we just go into another build-up. So this feels very odd. It's almost like we restarted the build-up. And that's just not... We're like stopping the energy. So it's not the best thing to do here. We're building up the energy and we drop it. So like you build up energy here. Because this pre-drop, it almost feels like something's about to drop, but nothing drops. And it's like medium energy when it starts building up here. So energy transitions a bit off, but man, you really saved it with the end here. This shit is fire. I would do more of this, man. This is like some new, fresh, feeling futuristic type vibes. And this is what people really will connect to, I think. So good job. Very nice. The Jekyll coming in. Very nice. Hellboy said, yeah, I thought the same thing. Jekyll said, that's exactly what Subvex said. He said, agreed. Exactly what did you say exactly? I said a couple of things I don't remember when you sent that chat. My bad. Up next is Gas Pedal by Flipper. This is version 4. We don't have version 3. Let's get it done. 2 day 99.9.
Slow down. Grab the wall. Wiggle like you tryna make your ass fall off. Hella thick, I wanna smash them
Them
all
all
now.
like speed up, gas pedal.
Gas pedal, gas pedal, gas pedal, gas pedal, gas pedal,
Yeah.
gas pedal, 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 gas pedal. Wiggle like you're tryna make your ass fall off. Gas, 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 gas. Pedal, 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 pedal. Wiggle like you tryna make your ass fall off.
Speed
Hella
up.
thick, I wanna smash them all now.
Yeah.
Speed up.
What?
Gas pedal, gas pedal,
Oh.
gas pedal,
Go.
gas pedal, 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 gas pedal. Wiggle like you're tryna make your ass fall off.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Gas pedal done got flipped the fuck out. Flipper. I didn't even realize. No pun intended. God damn. That's how we flow. Super good motherfucking job, man. You got me lost in the sauce. We were just talking about halftime, double time earlier. This vocal is in halftime. Slow and stretched, but still on time. And then we introduce all the full-time elements and they're both playing at the same time. This is peak. This is what the pros do. This is amazing to see in action. It's very inspiring, honestly. It makes me want to make music like this, especially when I'm filling sections like this. Slowly opening and evolving and growing and just it's extremely dynamic. It's fucking awesome, man. Good job. Unfortunately, it's not perfect, this song. It's so close. When I say perfection, I mean we need clearness, clarity. It needs to sound professional. That's what I mean when I say perfect, okay? We're making art. It's always subjective. I think this sounds amazing. Flow is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Sound design's off the chain. But the mixing needs improvement because we're losing the main star of the show. The main guy is this wubber, little flippy. That one. That one. That one. That one. So when you listen, take a step back, listen to the whole mix. All the voices on the side are super loud. They're taking over. The spotlight's on them, while the main bass lead is kind of in the background, doing its fast thing. It's not getting the love it needs. In the second drop, too, the voices are abrasive and aggressive and trying to take over the whole goddamn mix. So we need to make sure we treat it with the equalization station. Sign the proclamation. What is your station? Mine's equalization. You're going to EQ the sides a lot. Take all the lows, all the mud out, which is 100 to 300 hertz, and then start dipping down the harsh frequencies like 1,000. Make some high shelf dips and turn down all the high frequencies. Things like that are going to help. We want to just slowly bring those voices down so they don't have front and center presence, and that bass lead is front and center, because that's the trippy, psychedelic, amazing, moving sound that needs to be number one in the mix. This is good. Very good job. Very nice. It's nice to see gas pedal flipped in a very creative way. This should inspire all of you to make your flips and bootlegs as creative as possible and manipulate time, manipulate frequency. You have the power. Super good job, man. As Go said, that was worthy of deadbeats for real. Killing the game, man. Killing the game. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting and watching. I appreciate all of you. Hit me up on Instagram or Discord if you want to ask me any production questions. I got you. If you need lessons 1v1, I do them basically every single day. So you book your time and date, we'll get it done, and we will keep you learning super fast, very efficiently. All right, guys, have a good night. I'll talk to you soon. Peace out, A-Town. Later.